I didn't want to go around those pretty faces, always better stand up in the ground. Then someone picked you from the bunch. One kid was all I did. Now it's not too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance to show you that I love you. Won't you please believe me? But your heart, oh, darling, I was trying to let you go, baby. But now since I see you, I will be like, yes, I do now. I will be like, baby. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi, ABC. Love it that easy, love it if you went to school to learn that you never knew before. Before you, except after see what you blessed to make for. I'm gonna take it all about love, all about love. Sit yourself down, take a seat. Oh, all you gotta do is repeat after me. ABC, easy, 1, 2, 3. I'll say it like a baby. ABC, love it that easy, love it if you.
All right, everybody. Well, how is everyone doing out there in YouTube? This is Chris Bates, and just like to say hello to you all and thank you all for coming again on one of my surprise streams here for today. And this stream specifically is going to be a salute to the late great king of pop himself, Michael Jackson, and I'll be playing some of his greatest tunes along with some other hits from the Jackson 5 as well. What you just heard was a medley that was done from the live on, I believe it was live in Japan. That album had a medley that I just performed, which consisted of ABC, it actually started with I Want You Back, and then ABC, and then The Love You Save, which are three really good tracks. It actually got to become a really cool medley there. So this was this was a really good opener, and so far I'm looking at my chat on the screen as well as the one on the phone, and I'm also seeing that my camera view on my webcam is looking a little too bright there, as opposed to my drum set view, which is on one of my other webcams. Uh, see, this looks a little bland in color, and then this one is actually bright in colors. So I'm not sure how that could be. Well, I'm not even sure if sure if I can fix it, but at least I'll try and push on through with this. So I'm going to be putting up another hit from Michael Jackson, and then later on in the stream, I'll also talk to you about some drummers who have played for him throughout the years, and see what techniques that I've learned from them on how to pull off some of the biggest hits of MJ uh, throughout his career. And I am sure hoping that he's currently watching this in heaven, just to see how much of an influence that he was, and not only on myself, but also for many other musicians as well. So let's continue on with this. And the next one that I have already on standby is going to be one of his biggest hits from the 1987 Bad album, one of my all-time favorites. So we're going to be putting up Smooth Criminal, and here it comes. right, and that was Smooth Criminal from Michael Jackson's Bad album. And well, it looks like we have Jimmy Jackson Imitator, and looks like it's requesting a medley Scream. They don't care about us in the closet. Uh, well, I wasn't sure if there was a medley like that specifically. Well, maybe there is. I just probably wouldn't know where to look. But that's something that I'm probably going to have to look up. In the meantime, uh, there was uh, there was also some other uh, Michael Jackson song that I was also going to be pulling up. It was good that you made that reference. I remember that medley. However, I don't think I have a play along of that medley, or if such a medley even exists. I'll have to see if I can try and find it if I can. Uh, and also the Smooth Criminal, and also many of other uh, Michael Jackson hits. There's been a few drummers who I've watched over the years who've played those iconic songs on tour, and I also can't even recall who even had the privilege of recording those iconic songs. However, there was another that I'm going to be pulling up for you guys, which, in case you may not know, and I was kind of floored when I was hearing about it. I actually first heard of Jeff Porcaro, who you may know as the drummer of Toto, and he's also done a lot of work with many other drummers. Well, he actually worked with a whole bunch of other drummers as well as play in a whole bunch of other bands and for artists as well, which also included Michael Jackson. And as I go back to the drum set view over here, what I'm also what I'm also still floored realizing, and I still even can't believe it, although I'm pretty sure I can believe it, was that some of the Michael Jackson hits that he played on, one of the most popular ones that he was well known to play on was on the Thriller album, and he actually played on the track "Beat It," which is what I'm going to play right now as soon as we get the track up. And now, without further ado, this is Michael Jackson and "Beat It." All right, and that was "Beat It" from the Thriller album. I also made a reference of Jeff Porcaro, who actually played on the actual track, which was a very fun fact for some of you who might not know. So another thing that I wanted to get to was there was there was a specific Michael Jackson song. Well, this was actually from uh, not only from him but also from the Jackson Five that I also wanted to discuss as well as play for you guys later. And coming up with a way to match the groove of this actual song from the Jackson Five. Well, uh, this song was when the Jackson Five became the Jacksons when Tito, Michael, Marlon, Randy, everybody else, they were all uh, going into adulthood while still becoming musicians. And while they were all making music together, they came out with this big hit in '78 off of the Destiny album, which is called Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. Ed Green was the drummer of that particular song from the Jacksons. And uh, you also may notice if you've looked at my kit that I have a main hi hat and also an auxiliary hi hat. So I've also covered this in videos before, one without the audio equipment that I now have, and also I re-recorded it again when I actually recorded myself with the audio, and I also made another video of that exact same song just recently when I live streamed on sessions. So I gave a live performance of that same song as well. Coming up uh, with the way to play that was definitely not easy. I spent weeks trying to figure out what would be the perfect way to execute that song. Now, I've seen it done in a certain type of way, especially when searching other YouTube videos to see how others have played this groove. So, uh, this is actually what I got from watching someone who specifically tried to copy the way that Ed Green played it with this hi hat and then with all of the tom hits in between, like on uh, what was it? It's like one yen, two yen, three yen, four yen. So they would always be like on the of three and four. That was the impression that I got when I was counting and learning the rhythm. So this is what I this is what I tried to play. This is the way that Ed Green actually played it. So that was how that was how it was done. Well, I actually did it slowly because I actually still can't get that quite up to tempo. Plus, I thought that like going from like left to right, it was a little too tedious. So what I tried to do was to come up with that same pattern and try not to move as much. So I would use my auxiliary hi hat over here to try and pull it off. And this is the same type of groove with how I played it, but I also use those tom hits on the after the three and the four on my 14-inch floor tom here. So it'd be one yen, a two yen, a three, and a four. So like a three, a four. So on the three, that was when you would hear the bass drum, and then on the four, you would hear the snare drums. So it would usually be one yen, a two yen, a three yen, a four yen. If you do like those counting parts there. So let me play that same groove again to show you how I came up with playing the pattern while doing uh, auxiliary hi-hat, using that as my main hi-hat. Let me show you. Well, it was a little rusty there, so yeah. Plus my stick went into the wrong direction that time. But anyways, that was what I came up with. Now, now I only did that because I wanted to make it easier on myself to play that same type of groove. Now I'm not contradicting how Ed Green played it. It's just that uh, the way that he did it was kind of uncomfortable for me. However, I still wanted to complement the groove that he tried to play in that song. So what I've also done uh, was that if I wanted to get that hi hat effect that he played like on the 1E and a 2E, so it was on the 1E and the 2. Those were open hi hat hits. Now I'm going to try and add those the next time that I play the groove to see how those hi hat patterns came to be. Now I know it's a little difficult to explain because it was a little difficult for me to try to explain how it is and then to try and execute it. But when you when you count 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, um, you'll notice this time that on the 1E, on the count of E after the 1, uh, that is when I use my open hi hat, and then I'm also going to attempt to uh, cross stick and then hit the snare and the open hi hat over here on the 2, and then do that tom pattern on the 3 and 4. So I'm going to try and see how that's going to work out. Let's give it a shot. So even though I cross stick some of the time, I only did it once, which was better for me than to do it twice for the tom pattern. So let me try that again, and let me slow it down for those of y'all who are watching in case you would like to learn how to play this groove yourself. Okay, so now that we've spent some time trying to get the logistics of the groove, it's only fair that I perform it to you with the actual music. So let me get that up and ready, which I already had it up on the folder. So we're gonna change back to the drum set view, and then I'll give you a performance of "Shake Your Body Down to the Ground" by the Jacksons. And before we get into that, I also wish to say hi to drums by Ash Wells. Hello, Ash. Thank you for coming. And this stream, as you well know, is a salute to Michael Jackson. And I don't know if you saw any of the demonstrations that I've done on the groove to "Shake Your Body Down to the Ground," but once this stream ends, if you would like to see the beginning of what I've done, you can go back to it. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and give a performance of "Shake Your Body Down to the Ground" by the Jacksons from their Destiny album in 1978. This should be a good one. I hope you enjoy it. Wow, that was a fun one. Whew. A lot of going around the place on that one. Well, that was Shake Your Body Down to the Ground by the Jacksons. Ed Green was known to play the drums on the actual recording of that song. And well, it looks like I got more company here. It looks like Traveling Underpants is back. Hello, how you doing? And Asher also saying glad to catch one of these. Well, it's definitely good because I haven't done very many streams here on YouTube. So this salute to Michael Jackson here is definitely going to be one that is going to be dedicated to his hits as well as his work that he has done with the Jackson Five and as well as the Jacksons, as you well just heard. So let's see what else you guys are saying here before I get into more MJ stuff. And Traveling Underpants, you're saying hi, a big MJ fan here. That's what Ash is. I'm pretty sure you are. I've seen you do some covers of him. And Traveling Underpants, I'm late thanks to cheap wine from Aldi. Cheap wine? Well, I wouldn't know what cheap wine tastes like. I don't drink. And top tune and great drumming to wake up to. Oh, it sure is. And it's definitely one of the songs that drives me crazy. Well, it drove me crazy to learn the groove at first, like several months ago when I came across me buying the actual track to play along to drums to this. I was like determined to figure out how did Ed Green play this. So I actually gave a few interpretations of how I did it. So you can look back to the you can actually look back to the video if you want. And Ash Wells, you're saying this is epic, dude. You know I rate your drumming skills highly, and this proves it. Well, this proves it, not proves it. Well, I know what you mean, but I'm not gonna spell check you. That would be awfully rude of me. But I do know what you mean, and I thank you for that. And Traveling Underpants talking to drums by Ash Wells. You still have to hear mine, amigo. And I'm good, amigo. How was your week? And have I missed your favorite MJ track? Or is that for the finale? Well, so far I've already done a performance of Smooth Criminal, and I also did a medley from the Jackson 5 live in Japan, which was I Want You Back, ABC, and The Love You Save, and I still got more, a lot more popular ones. As a matter of fact, let's get right back to it while I still have the time. And you'll also see performances of those songs that I just mentioned when you go back to the when you like rewind or if you want to watch it from the beginning. I also did Beat It too, which was a really good one. But now we're gonna get down to some epic ones that really put Michael Jackson on the map as not only as one of America's greatest pop artists, but also when the name of this song, as well as the album and the music video came out, boy, he skyrocketed to superstardom. So, with that being said, I'm going to be playing one of his most well-known tracks, as well as mentioning the name of his most popular album of all time. So, without further ado, for all of you guys that are watching, be prepared to enjoy the evil of the Threader. Can't do Vincent Price though.
creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. Whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hound of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. The foul stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Yikes. Now I'm gonna get nightmares from that. Jeez, that's just, I don't know how else to say it. That's just way too creepy. Oh my goodness. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that one from Michael Jackson from the Thriller album, which is also the name Thriller. And let's see, what is going on in the chat so far? And Traveling Underpants, you'll watch the entire stream. Oh, well, that's great. Well, thank you. And air drums at the ready for Thriller. Well, I have to make sure that the count is coming because that click is there. You heard it, I heard it, and there is a reason for that, which I will explain in case you're curious. And well, speaking of curiosity, I mean, looks like you are curious. Now, this may be my old age, but the vocals do not sound like MJ. Am I going deaf or senile? And actually, uh, let me uh, let me explain this as gently as I can. But you're actually right. The voice that you're hearing is not MJ. Now, the reason for that, and also for all of the tracks that I've performed, I would say like the majority of the tracks that I do on my sessions live stream, on the live streams here on sessions, as well as plenty of my videos of covers that I've done. Um, all of those tracks that that I play along to are from a website in which I buy the tracks from. It's called karaokeversion.com. As a matter of fact, I'd like to type it into the chat as well because I've been getting a lot of tracks from that website. So there it is. It's karaokeversion.com. And what that site is that I've gotten a lot of Michael Jackson tracks and as well as other tracks. So you can purchase and download tracks from thousands of artists. They have thousands of songs, lots of hits, and they're actually reproduced so that you can sing along to karaoke for them. You can also buy those same tracks for play-alongs for drums, just like I do. They also have some for guitar, bass guitar, piano, and there's also a feature in which you can customize uh, the tracks so that if you would like to sing along and play to the piano or play along with drums or anything like that, even for some songs, well, let's say if anybody has like a saxophone part and if they want to play along to a track with the saxophone and just like play the vocal part or something like that, or if they just like want to take the saxophone part out from it and just well, you can do a whole bunch of things with custom tracks, but that is the website where I've gotten all of the tracks that you are going to hear from this stream, and it's really a very useful site. So it's it's something that I would recommend in case you would like to play along to some of your favorite songs, but you would have to buy them first. Anyways, I just wanted to put that website in there because I've been buying a lot of songs from that website, and I love it. So whoever has that, I mean, if anybody ever works for that website, well, you have my endorsement. And it's still a top groove after all these years. Timeless. It's definitely timeless. And also, if you look up a Drumeo video of Jonathan Sugarfoot Moffett, he has executed the majority of these MJ songs, and he also goes in great detail about how he goes about those grooves while being on tour with Michael. And he's definitely one of the pop music greats on drums. He's well known for touring for the Jackson 5 as well as Michael Jackson. He also toured with Michael's sister Janet Jackson, and has recorded and toured with a whole bunch of other artists such as Elton John and Madonna, George Michael, Cyndi Lauper, Peter Cetera, and well, the list goes on. But yeah, definitely someone who's was a great influence to me on drums, especially when I started growing up and listening to all these popular songs and listen to the drummers who played them. Jonathan Sugarfoot Moffett has definitely stood out, at least in my opinion. Definitely one of the drumming greats. So that was still a very impressive track. Yeah, it is. And I tend to impress on a lot of these tracks. And that was that really Vincent Price, or are my ears deceiving me? Well, that had to be somebody who imitated Vincent Price a lot better than I did, because that actually was from the karaoke version site, which I also typed in the chat as well. So here's a traveling underpants joke. I've been to 3 karaoke gigs, and he hasn't shown in all 3. I'll check out the site. Thank you. Oh, wow. Well, if you're talking about Gary, Indiana, well, that was definitely a good joke. I'm not sure. That kind of sounded pretty amusing. Well, I'm not sure if I got it, but it did sound funny. And thanks again for that joke. It was pretty cool. So let's see if we can continue with another Michael Jackson track. And I also got another really good one that I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that he was able to sing and groove along to a lot of different rhythms to some of his hits. And one of my personal favorites was this one off of the Bad album. And this one is going to be somewhat of a 12/8 groove, which kind of feels like if you also wrote it down on sheet paper, if you put it in like actual triplets, you'd still get the same groove to this song right here. And it's got such a really attractive lady who Michael is chasing after, if you ever saw the music video. Anyways, this next one that I'm about to play for you guys is The Way You Make Me Feel. All right, definitely another favorite from MJ, The Way You Make Me Feel. And looks like traveling underpants. Well, looks like, okay, I think I may have gotten the joke. Karaoke, karaoke, okay. Now I get it. And Go Girl, oh yeah, he definitely says that a lot during the song. And you saw MJ in Wembley on his Earth tour. Oh wow, I'm pretty jealous. Yeah, Wembley Stadium. Oh yeah, that was the famous location of Live Aid '85, where people like Madonna, REO Speedwagon, the Cars, even Queen, they rocked the stage there. Oh my goodness. And he also said it was awesome, and a cowbell would sound a great filler on this track. Well, it definitely would, although I never tried it with a cowbell before. I might consider that the next time I play it. This song really lends itself to the cymbal crashes. Oh, I tried to make good use of that as well. And speaking of which, there was a really good MJ song in which I also implemented a great deal of crashes as well. This is going to be the next one that I'm gonna put up here. So let me put it up uh, on my software for just a brief second. And before I get to this next MJ classic, there's something that I'm gonna have to do specifically on this song. I'm going to have to loosen my auxiliary hi-hat over here. You'll understand why I'm doing this later on while I perform this song. Now, I also said that this track was going to be something that is technical in a way, which uses a lot of groove as well as a lot of these crashes. Well, if you see Jonathan Sugarfoot Moffat's set, I thought he had a lot of crashes, but forget how big Terry Bozzio's set is. He has like a six-piece set if you go to his Drumeo video, and he's like surrounded with almost like more crash cymbals than any other drummer known to man. Although I don't think that I should have as much as him, but I can manage with what I have. And oh, you're also saying it's really great to be here with you again. Well, it's definitely good to have you here, especially with this salute to Michael Jackson. So I'm going to send another salute to him by performing this next song, which is the same name of the last album that I mentioned from him. This song is called Bad, and once you hear this, you're going to see who's bad.
Your body's
Now, was that bad or was that bad? I was Michael Jackson bad. And let's see what is going on over here. And oh, Traveling Underpants saying, I'm bad. You're bad? uh, my fave MJ song is They Don't Care About Us on Holiday in Brazil. I went out of my way to go to the place where it was filmed. Oh, really? Oh, I would have loved to have gone there, and especially a holiday in Brazil. My goodness. And I have a photo of me there drumming in tribute with the locals. Oh, you've got to show me that photo. I don't know if you have it on your page, but yeah, I would definitely love to see it. Unfortunately, I don't have a track of They Don't Really Care About Us. I'm sorry. If I do another salute to MJ on a stream, I'll definitely have to add that though. And I've only got a couple more before I have to end this. So let's see if we can make them a good one. So right now we're gonna go back even further from MJ's earlier career, and there's a track that I have of one of his performances from the album Off the Wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up real fast. I'm also gonna need a drink. Great. Now my Gatorade bottle's empty. And it looks like the next track is currently in place. So now we're going to get to Workin Day and Night, a real disco favorite from Michael, and it's one of my favorites from the Off the Wall album. Traveling Underpants, hopefully it's one of yours too, I hope. So, well, it looks like it's just me and you. I feel honored. Well, it definitely is me and you, isn't it? Well, then, consider this a one-on-one MJ clinic then. Although it's not going to last pretty long, though, so let's see if we can make the best of it. So here comes Working Day and Night. right, well, that was Workin Day and Night, one of Michael Jackson's first singles off the Wall album. Definitely one that I could definitely get my groove onto. And it's day for you in the US. Well, actually, it is, and it's night for me here in the UK. Definitely nighttime. Well, I hope it's not too late at night, though. However, I'm probably gonna end your night with one of the most epic MJ songs that I can ever play for you. So let's see what else you're saying here. Would love to see you and Tayson Wade drumming do a collab. You two are so accomplished. The groove would be fantastic. It definitely would be. The next time I see him or touch base with him, I might see if he would like to do one. I'm sure he would say yes to it, especially if, especially since it's your idea, actually. He says, "Oh wow, you make drumming look effortless." Well, I definitely have a lot of fun with it. That's why it may look effortless to some, challenging to others, intimidating to some as well. And some people who may have been playing drums longer than I've been alive will just chew me out on certain things. Although I don't tend to make that a factor. Well, at least I don't try to be so stuck up about it because all I'm doing is having fun and still learning things every single time I'm on a drum set. And I also would influence uh, a whole bunch of other drummers, whether if they're older than me, younger than me, because it's really fun to do. And if you take time and learning the basics and progress from that, I mean, you can pretty much achieve anything and everything. Well, mostly everything. That's one of my words of wisdom. And for anybody else that is joining me live, or if anyone gets to watch this once the stream is over, if you take that message to heart, then I would say the sky would be the limit. So uh, definitely reach for the stars whenever you're drumming, but don't rush yourself because uh, getting up to my current level, it was definitely not easy. I spent months and years to build on certain things, and I'm still working on stuff myself. I mean, it's never too late to learn some stuff about drumming that you might not know already, even though if you played for a long time. So that would be my words of encouragement. And with that being said, uh, I'm going to end this salute to Michael Jackson with one more hit song. And for everybody who came in and out of the stream, as well as chatting with me, Ash Wells and Traveling Underpants, it was really good to have the both of you on. And Underpants, I know you stayed for the majority of it, and I thank you for hanging out with me during this stream. And it's been really fun to share this with you. It's been really awesome, and I hope that I can see you again on another feature stream. And I'll have to start coming up with some other kinds of streams and then plan them in advance. So that way I'll give some people time to see if they can make it or not, depending on what their schedule is. Some might come, some might not, but then again, all that matters is that I'm here having fun with you guys and being able to do what I love, which is to play drums for you. So thank you guys for hanging out, and we're going to end this stream with another hit song from the Thriller album. And let me see if I can pull this up real fast. This last one that I'm going to do, this is going to be my last one, is from the Thriller album. And this version of the song was off of the karaoke site that you may have saw me post into the chat. They recently updated this version, so I liked it better than the other one that I'm playing with. So let's see if this works out well. And thank you again for watching. And for those of y'all who are going to be uh, watching this stream, well, for those of y'all who have joined me live, thank you for watching and hanging out with me. And for those of y'all who are just playing this stream at a much later time, thank you for watching. And without further ado, here comes the very last song of the salute to Michael Jackson, and it's going to be called "Wanna Be Startin' Something." And right now, I'm about to be ending something right here. Thank you guys again, and have a good day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you might be at in the world. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you, and here comes the last song. All right, everybody. Well, thank you again. And I thought I'd throw in just a tiny solo at the end to give a big salute to Michael Jackson. And thank you for everybody who has been there throughout the stream, and for everybody who has toured and played along with Michael Jackson, as well as the King of Pop himself. If you are watching from heaven, I salute you. And thank you to everybody who has been a part of this stream for coming in and out of the chat. And thank you guys for watching as well. So it's definitely been a thrill, and you'll be seeing more streams from me in the near future. So be on the lookout. And Traveling Underpants, I know that you stuck with me the whole time. So thank you so much. And I'll probably catch up with your comments at a later time, because right now it is time for me to sign off. So until next time, this is Chris Bates, out.